How's it going, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video to watch the painting process. Uh, Small disclaimer, it doesn't actually show pretty much any of the painting, just all of the process of it being done. And by that I mean showing what it looks like with all the painting being done. Um, I was finding it hard to actually videotape myself painting, especially since I keep forgetting to grab my GoPro now that I address the battery issue. So I am going to work on that. I am sorry for those that are actually very entertained by watching all this stuff. I will be doing better. So, small little update of where we're currently at. We are actually working on the floors right now in the boat. I have some stuff ready to go into another video. But, things have just been, you know, just haven't really been going the way that we've wanted them to lately. So, I just haven't been able to work on the boat as much as I wanted to due to, life pretty much. But hopefully, we're able to get back out and actually start doing some of the more entertaining stuff because we're getting pretty close to being able to do all the interior because we've put in a lot of supports that you'll see, and we'll be starting to do the pour foam here soon, which I actually really want to make sure that I have the GoPro for that for. But in this video, you'll see the boat as where it sits with all the paint being done. So with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you wish. If not, do you. But I hope everyone enjoys their 4th of July this upcoming week, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye. How's it going? So, a little bit different from where you guys got left off at. I know that, and I'm sorry, but we finished all the riveting, and I forgot to bring the GoPro, so we put our first layer of the barrier epoxy coat on. We're going to be doing the second today, and then maybe painting the black top coat. Not quite sure yet, but wanted to give you guys a little peek. What's going on, everyone? So I'm back out at the boat again doing some more paint. So the epoxy coat, as I had previously said, it is all done, and hopefully this will help stop any small leaks or anything else that we've had when we were cleaning out the boat, pressure washing it. My apologies. I noticed a couple of rivets were leaking at least a little bit, nothing too major. So hopefully this epoxy coat does the job and seals up those possible leaky rivets, and plus some that probably I haven't seen. So I'm out here again now. We're going to go ahead and sand this up a little bit, just kind of scruff it up so that way I can get the top coat on. It's going to be a nice black finish, although I do really like that gray. I kind of wish I would have found a paint for gray, but instead I found some Illumi paint by Total Boat here. AF, it's copper free anti-fouling paint, so hopefully it should do the job. And I'm hoping, since as you can see, I don't have a full gallon, just a couple of quarts, hopefully it's enough to cover everything onto here. And I'm not sure if I want to do 2 coats or just the one. I'm thinking 1 should be enough since this stuff is also a primer on here. But I don't know. I guess I'll see what it looks like after I'm done. And then everything on the bottom of the boat is done. Thank God. Then we can flip this over, put it back onto the trailer, and then I'm actually using this epoxy barrier since I got a full gallon, and it was more than enough to do 2 coats onto the bottom. From what it looks like, I have some left. It's not a lot, but it's a good amount that we're going to flip the boat, put it back on the trailer, like I said, and then I'm going to hit the inside where the ribs are. So let me flip. So
This is where the ribs are. All these nice lined rivets here that we all did. As soon as we flip the hull, we're going to hit the inside along these rivets. Sorry, got distracted there. So as soon as we flip it and I hit the inside with the epoxy paint, if I have enough to do 2 coats, I probably will. But I'm not going to paint over those since it's all going to get covered with Porofoam and end up being covered just by the wood itself. So hopefully everything goes smoothly from here on out to where we can start focusing on the interior and get this thing on the water this year. That's my goal. I would love it to be done by July 16th for my birthday, but you know, we're probably going to hit a couple more snags and whatnot, so I'm not putting too much hope into it. As long as we're able to get the boat on the water this season, I'll be very happy. And hopefully, you know, if all this goes well, hopefully both motors want to run. I don't know if I showed you guys yet, but I have a 60 horse Evinrude. That's a 70s era, like a 60s, 70s era motor. I got that from the same place where I got my trailer and actually another boat, which I plan on doing nothing with. And the guy said that it ran. Dave took a look at it. He said it looks like it's going to be a good engine. It turns over. He says everything looks good. He rewired quite a bit onto the boat, and I believe he said he fired it. I can't remember, but he says it's good to go. So I know I at least have a 60 horse. The other motor is actually an 80 horse around the same era. And I found it way after the fact. We went down about 2 to 3 hours south of where we're currently at, and I picked it up for really cheap. I think I spent $150 on everything. The guy actually wanted $300 for it. So it's not, I don't have the most hope for it, but I'm thinking I was the only person that was actually interested in it. So I think that's why he sold it to me for so cheap, just so we could get it out of his garage. But with it being an 80 horse and it's the same era as my motor, I basically have a parts motor one way or another. If the 80 wants to run, or if it needs something, we might be able to salvage from the 60 horse and put it onto the 80. The only reason why I went and got the 80, because even if the motor doesn't run, it has a power tilt on it. And thankfully, power tilt is, from what I hear, is easy to fix up. And that's what I really want for this boat. Because both those motors are huge, and there would be a pain in the butt getting them up and down just manually. So having the power tilt, as long as it works and as long as everything is good on it, I'm going to have a nice solid setup for this boat. The only thing that I now need for it is a trolling motor, which hopefully we have already planned up and worked out to where I might be getting one. So as soon as that's done, this boat will be good to go. I have a few ideas of what I want to do for interior. I'm not 100% set on anything, but I might just go for the easy route of just getting Porofoam in there, getting the wood down, building the deck that I want up front, and then just calling it a day. So that way I have the complete original setup of how the boat was and how Dave's boat was originally set up. I'm used to that setup. I might just go ahead and do that, and then that way I would have this boat back to what it was pretty much at factory, like a factory default basically for interior setup, with the exception of an extended deck. But I might just do that just so I can ensure that this boat gets onto the water this season, and then come back to it later and maybe tinker around and change something to be a little bit along the lines of like what Dave's boat is. But I don't know yet, so I'm just gonna hit it as it is. But stay tuned, guys. I'll show you a little bit of the sanding that I'm doing, and probably also some of the painting. If you couldn't tell, this is being shot on my cell phone. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my GoPro. I'm still kind of having a little bit of issues with it, but I should have it all squared away and ready to go for the next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, I guess. yeah, so I decided not to show you guys the sanding process or what it looked like when it was sanded down. And so I just decided I would show you what it would look like after, or what it looked like after it was done being painted by the black, because it looks phenomenal. I love the way that it looks. I think I want to get more and paint the whole side of the boat. All of it. I want to paint all the boat the same color. That's what the plan was, except we were going to use a different paint for the sides, because just the small little thing that I got was $100, and I was hoping it would cover the entire boat. Let me show you where it stopped. Are you frickin' kidding me? Just that. That's it. I mean, there's a little bit here because I like struggled to try and get that covered. But just that. Just are you kidding me? Like, it couldn't have just covered everything. But anyways, I mean, this is what it looks like with it being painted by that black. I mean, for an aluminum hull that's been sitting for like 18 to 20 years or so, it cleaned up hella nice. I mean, it's definitely making me want to go ahead and just replace all this down here. Like, so the little red here is technically like just tape from what it looks like. So I might just scrape that off. Then, I mean, I do like the little design here. Like, that looks kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. But I think I might just paint everything just the anti-fouling paint color there. I mean, it's just, I'm going to have to get more regardless. So it's kind of like, why not go ahead and just see if I can't get a gallon, I guess, which is probably going to cost about $300 or more. So I don't know. I'll have to talk it over with Dave, see what he thinks. Because, I mean, I know I have to at least get more for that back little portion there. Some of the areas here looked like it may have needed a touch-up and maybe a second coat. I think it was just the way that it was drying, to be completely honest. It doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks a little weird right here with the discoloration, but like I said, I think it's just the way that it's drying. But I think I might need a second coat, so yeah. So, okay, well, I guess everyone will find out when I am either back here painting the rest of it or something along those lines. Stay tuned, everyone. Hey, everyone. So we had a slight development since last time I was talking to y'all. As you can see, I am inside the boat, but we got the one last section that was over here painted. Dave was kind enough to finish that up with some glossy black paint. We're pretty sure everything will be fine. So I had the 2 coats of barrier coating on it, but I have a lot of that barrier coating left. So we're going to come in, or I'm going to paint the ribs here along where the rivets were, and then also along the sides here where the side and the bottom of the hull are joined together. But then I'm also coming up to the front here, and I'm just going to paint everything up here just because we're pretty sure I have a lot left to do everything, and I'm just trying to use it all up. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, everyone, take a look. I got it all done. As you can see, I went a little bit more than just where the ribs were. Inside of here won't be really covered with Porofoam, so we decided to do all of that. There's more to where I'm sitting. We stopped again right where the paint had stopped. So I did everything along here, hit everywhere where the rivets were. I didn't know if I was going to have enough, so I didn't do up there. And then when I was done doing the bottom section here, I couldn't reach up there because it isn't dry yet. And I don't want to have to keep moving it around, and at this point I'm out of the mixture that I have, and I don't want to mix up a whole nother thing just to hit everything. I might at a later time, I don't know. We have enough left to do another small thing to where I could probably hit everything, but we actually think would be more than what I need, and then I would be stuck with quite a bit left. So we're just going to leave it as is. Everything looks good up there. All that's going to be kind of covered with pour foam up there anyways, and then again along the sides here anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. As you can see, I missed a small section right here, mainly because I couldn't reach it, but none of that stuff needed to be replaced anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I did over here because I did this whole section first, but I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. I mean, it's a shame that some of it's going to be covered with pour foam, but I'm glad that I did it, because now it's pretty much 4 layers of protection. 3 on the boat, one in the boat itself. So I don't think I'm going to have anything to worry about. Probably overkill, but I would rather be safer than sorry. So thanks everyone for watching. Sorry this video was pretty much broken up into like 5 different things. I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of cuts. I haven't edited it yet, but thanks for sticking around, and leave a like and a comment if you want to. Other than that, thanks everyone for watching.